Hello, hello, everyone. Once again, welcome back to Israel in Style, where you get an inside look at the top Israeli designers, the best musicians, artists, bloggers, and so much more right here from Israel. Today, we have a bunch of very special guests with me here in the studio, and why waste even a second, so let's get started. First up with me in the studio is actually a fellow reporter. He started out his career first in music, singing, playing piano and guitar, and actually writing his own songs. He even produced his very own album. He's also acted in multiple shows and musicals and events, and most recently is hosting and producing his very own talk show, My Pride Story. So, here to tell me all about his career and new show, Liran Notik.
Oh my God, it's a long introduction.
It's a long and formal introduction just for you. I'm so excited that you're here,
Thank you for having me. I mean, you're fabulous, and this show is amazing.
Ooh, I'm so excited. From one fellow talk show host to another, how does it feel being on the other side right now?
Oh my God, this is so hot in here.
Yeah, all of a sudden it got hot, right?
Yeah, I mean, first you need to take your hat off and to just let people to know you better. So it's not something I'm used to, but I will do my best.
Yes, yes. It's never easy sitting talking about yourself for that long, but we will get through it. So let's start from the way beginning. You started very young in music, right?
Yeah.
How did that all come about?
Well, my parents have their own music and art school in my city, Rosh Hain, for people who doesn't know. And from that on, I just decided to learn math and physics and whatever. But then after the army, my sister pushed me away, tried to little bit get to my roots back.
Right.
And they told me there's a High School Musical Walt Disney auditions in Israel. It's like huge production of Disney in Israel. And after 1 month, I just accepted for my first main role. So it was overwhelming for me and my sisters because I didn't expect to get nothing from it, right? I mean, it just was for the adventure. Then I finding myself on billboards and, you know, posters and...
Starring in this musical.
Yeah, it was a stardom, yeah.
And had you acted before, or was this kind of like a, let me just give it a shot kind of thing?
It was...
The second?
Yeah. I mean...
Wow.
I never thought acting will be so much close to my heart, and it kind of chose me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the next 8 years, I was doing like a lot of singles and records, and you know, my first album came out, and I even did some runway shows.
What? You were modeling runway?
Yeah,
so you've literally done it all. Like you have gone...
For a second, I never thought to be a model. I mean, again, it was...
You were dabbling in everything. I mean, you kind of look like a model, honey. Like, I don't know what I don't know why you're saying you're not. This was meant for you. Wait, that's so fun. So you really got to dabble in a bunch of different fields.
Yeah.
And then you found yourself doing musicals, modeling, and your own album.
I mean, the tip of the ice was for me being on the pre-contest Eurovision contest in Israel, which was kind of a dream that came true.
Okay.
And I was competing with my original song with my... you know, a group of vocal people behind me, standing around me, and it was like really dream came true. So, but after that, I realized that TV hosting is much more fun for me.
Yeah?
Yeah, and...
How'd you figure that out?
I mean, I got a few chances here and there, and I fell in love with get to know people and to let them speak more than I need to speak and to let people being known in front of the camera. So
to give them the chance that maybe like you got throughout your years, you know? So it's one person has their own story, has an entire thing that you will never know and the people watching would never normally know if you didn't put them in the seat in front of you and give them the opportunity.
And they get for a second their spotlight after working very hard for something they love to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you've tried everything, you've dabbled in everything, and then your true passion that you feel like you really figured out is TV hosting, right?
Yeah, and I got into the kids channel in Israel for 2 seasons, and it was so much fun, and I realized that this is what I want to do.
Right.
I mean, music is my passion and my
hobby, you could say?
My hobby, and I really did the best in it, but you also want to support finance yourself, you know, to earn your money, your income, and music is very hard.
Yeah, music is definitely one of those fields that if you even think about something else, then there's a chance that you won't make it. You know, those musicians that are like, no, this is it, this is all I want to do, this is it. But you know, it's even, I think you're really doing it better, you know, because you get to try so many different things and you get to experience so much. And you had your, like you said, 8 years where you were killing it in music.
8 years is a long run, you know what I'm saying? Like, I put it all inside. I mean, I worked very hard. I saved every penny I had, or every shekel.
Whichever direction you guys are looking at it. And so where did it go after you figured out you wanted to be a TV host?
So I am still doing that in lots of multiply channels as red carpet coverage, and for sports competitions in Israel, and theater and cinema and whatever. I mean, it's all about who wants me to be there. I will be there because you know,
that's what you want. That's your passion. I agree with. I'm the same way.
It doesn't matter even if it's a prime time or not. I mean, this is really something I love to do.
An experience. And so tell me about your new show that you're producing. And this is a passion project 100%.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. So through the years, I got a chance to, how do I say it, to be real to myself.
Right.
You know
to be
what I'm
100% authentic and true.
And it was very hard in the beginning. My parents discovered who I am first when I was 18. And we had lots of struggles together as a family. They were the first to know that I'm gay.
They were or they weren't?
They were.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. But did you came out to them?
No.
They found out in a different way?
They just find out a letter that I'm saying that I want to end my life.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm smiling today, but you know, it's very hard experience to have.
Of course.
And the first thing I searched was someone to help me out, to guide me through this darkness of unknown place. Who I am, who am I, what I want to be. Am I going to get married? I mean, I thought that I'm going to be with a girl, you know, and to find out that I have no future. And then we had a long way to go through together. And I think when I was 26, I finally decided that this is who I am. I have nothing to be shy about. This is nothing to be ashamed about. And from that point on, everything was much more easier. You know, my life opened up to the world, and it was, you know, combining with my career. You know, so I had a lot of masks to take off.
At age 26?
Yeah.
That's a long way to, you know, to struggle in yourself, within yourself, you know?
Yeah. And from that point on, I decided that I want to contribute for my community, and it's very warming it's warm my heart to say my community, because I have a community, I have a family, I have LGBTQ community.
Huge community, especially here in Israel.
In Tel Aviv.
Especially here in Tel Aviv, you're right. Especially here in Tel Aviv. And so the show, My Pride Stories.
My Pride Story came up after 1 year of just writing everything down and thinking about what will be my way to help out for other kids, teenagers, families, parents who doesn't know how to react for the first time for, you know, their kids who are coming out. And there's so much more than just gays or, you know, lesbian. It's you have transgender, and you have religious people in Israel that's struggling every day.
For sure.
And you have kids that their parents coming out. So my show is something that I wanted to give as a present for my community.
Definitely.
And to make more awareness for what we are going through. And to help people to see that we have our struggles and challenges, and
they're not alone.
They're not alone.
Not the parents, not the siblings of, not the people themselves. You know, that there's other people, whether it's going through, you know, your parents not accepting you, or you feeling like you can't share it, or you can't accept yourself. You know, a lot of people don't realize that their struggles aren't their own. They're not unique to anybody else's. You know, a lot of people experience the same thing, and I feel like you giving them this type of I want to say like branch off of the community, you know, like here is a little help for the community.
Yeah, so we decided, me and my production company decided that we want to spread the word, and we publish the registration for this show.
Yeah.
And we have more than 100 people who wanted just to speak,
you
know, and we have so much subjects to talk about, and it's all coming from a place of love.
Of course.
So
an acceptance.
Yeah, it's not that obvious because we have so many groups inside our community that are bringing up the fight, and I totally get it. But I also want to bring up the love and to, you know, reduce the ignorance of those who doesn't understand my community.
Definitely.
Through speaking, through talking to each other.
Personal experiences. Like you're looking at these people on TV and you can't not feel for them. Do you know what I mean?
And you actually see right now the
first episode. This is the pilot.
Yeah.
How exciting.
I mean, it was just last Friday.
Yeah.
And it was one of my, I think, best production I ever did in my own two hands with more than 10 crew people that helped out, cameraman and sound and, you know, studio. And it all came out from my personal pocket because I really believe in that.
Yes, definitely. I mean, yeah. And there is something that I did want, you mentioned this to me, we just have to really quickly wrap up, and I don't want to forget about it, is the fact that you are aiming to produce this show to give exposure on YouTube, on Facebook. Like this show is meant to be seen by whoever wants to see it, whoever needs to see it, and it's just there for people, you know?
The whole purpose of it doesn't matter which kind of sponsor will take it. I mean, it has to be outside, loud and clear on YouTube and Facebook, because I want people to search on Google and find the help they want to find in that serious.
For free, you know, whether it's, for, you know, no, really, so that people can really feel like, oh, I have to pay money, like, you know, like, what if I don't have that? And what if I am struggling just like you are? Like, so you're amazing. I can't even tell you how much I respect that aspect of it.
Thank you.
And I think I know this show is going to succeed. I know for a fact. Trust me. And I am so excited to have you back on the show. I really am. I'm already planning on when it's going to be, and I can't wait.
We have lots to talk about.
We have so much to talk about.
Once again, I want to tell you that you're amazing.
Thank you.
And your positivity inside that show is bringing so much joy outside.
That's amazing.
She cannot stop smiling, so.
Thank you. Well, I had an amazing time with you, and I'm so excited for you. And I'm sure so many people are going to be so excited to see this show. Yes, so thank you, Liran, for coming in. As if he didn't impress you enough, make sure you're following Liran on all social media pages possible, checking his latest talk show, My Pride Story, and following along his journey. You do not want to miss out. Next up with me in the studio is a very talented makeup artist. She started her career here in Israel and has made her way all the way to the city of stars, Hollywood. She does bridal makeup to make the soon-to-be bride feel her absolute best on her big day, and also does fashion and evening makeup that is beyond stunning, trust me. Hopefully, we can get her back here in the Holy Land, but for now, say hello to Laura Dueb. Did I say it right?
Dueb. Yeah, you could.
Okay, with the little French accent I'm trying here, you know? So, Laura, we know each other. You've done my makeup before.
In LA.
In LA. But tell me and the crowd how you first got started with makeup.
I always loved makeup.
Yeah.
From that when I was a little girl, I always loved makeup, and it's my passion.
Yeah. Did you go to school?
Yeah, I went to school for 2 years, and now I make money with this. Yeah. It's my passion, and I love doing bride.
Do you like specifically brides? Because I know that I'm almost positive that you started your way with brides, right?
No.
Really?
First of all, I did a lot of photo shoots because I was with styling.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was doing production, mode production with friends and a lot of countries.
Okay.
And then I loved it, so I wanted to do it every day.
Full time, like have it be your career.
And in Israel, we have a lot of wedding. So
it's like the wedding capital of the world, I swear. And so when you say, like, you know, it just kind of Israel is wedding season, so so that's how you knew.
It's always Israel seasons.
Yeah.
It's not only on the summer, it's
Right.
every day.
And so would you have, if it wasn't though, would you have preferred doing bridal makeup or fashion?
It's different.
Yeah.
It's really different, but I love being with brides on the special day, and it's amazing to make them happy, and I love it.
And when you learned makeup originally, were you also learning how to do, hairstyles and things like that?
I'm also doing hairstyle.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm doing hairstyles and makeup.
Okay.
For both.
Amazing. And so, as a makeup artist, first of all, we need to get you back in Israel. Like, you can't be in America. This doesn't help us, And so, in America and Israel, doesn't matter where, what are the 3 products, that you always have in your bag?
I mean, mascara, powder, lipstick.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Those are your, must-go-tos. I think I have to say blush, bronzer, and mascara. Like, there's no way I would leave the house without those.
I would never leave the house without
mascara. I would
mascara.
never leave the house with those 3 things. And so, but what could you recommend girls that are, day-to-day type makeup? Like, what's the basics that they should have on? Those 3 things? Or maybe in their bag?
In a bag, I think a good lipstick.
Yeah, a good lipstick.
Lipstick is doing everything.
That's so funny. I, never wear lipstick. I'm the chapstick kind of girl.
Every girl's different, but I like to have my lips done.
Okay. And what about some trends, some color trends, makeup trends that you've noticed?
For this winter, smoky eyes, matte lipstick, and nude. Yeah, of course, definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
And then what about in the summer? Because I feel like those things don't
in the summer, something more glowy, more fresh, more highlight, and less on the eyes.
Okay, I have to ask you this question because you said highlight. Is there such a thing as over-highlighting?
I think in Israel it's over-highlighting.
Okay, right?
Yeah, of course. But in LA, I mean, it's less.
Yeah?
But they're always doing it for the photo shoots.
Right.
And so it has to be more glowy and have a glowy look.
Yeah, but on a day-to-day, like you said, here in Israel, it's a little excessive.
It's too much.
It's a little
too much
excessive.
in Israel, but everything is too much in Israel.
Everything is super, super excessive.
Yes.
Okay, last and final question. A, when do you think you're coming back to Tel Aviv? And B, where can people find you? How can they, book things with you?
I leave Thursday back to LA.
Okay.
But I will come back in February.
Okay.
For 2 months. So I'll be here. And everyone can find me on Instagram. My name is Laura Duyeb.
Okay.
And also on Facebook. And
you do everything. You do bridal. You do, like you said,
fashion shoots, modeling. And
can we get you for styling as well, or is that in the past already? Only if you're special. Only if you're special, I'll do it. I'll do it special for you. All right, thank you so much for being here, Laura. I really appreciate it. And get back here so that we can have you come back doing makeup all the time. Thank you, babe.
Thank you.
So, first off, make sure to go follow Laura's pages to see some of her amazing work. I'm there. And second, if you're in LA or Israel, make sure to get in contact with Laura for your next big event. She's the best, trust me. So for those of you who have yet to visit Israel, I have absolutely no idea what you're waiting for. Go buy a ticket right now. But before you do so, you should definitely make a list of things that are must-sees here in Israel so that you don't miss a thing. Now, Tel Aviv is filled with tons of history, culture, and so much artwork, so I decided to team up with Alternative Tel Aviv Tours to get a one-on-one tour of the must-see street art of the city of Tel Aviv. Check this out. When you're coming on an art tour with Alternative Tel Aviv, there's 2 things that you can count on for sure. The first is that the tour will start 100% on time, which is very unlike the Israeli scene here. And the second is that the tour guides hold the knowledge and professionalism to create the perfect art tour. So let's go take a look.
This is a work, also a collab between the Misk that we just saw over here. The 2 Simpson characters is done by an artist named Thales, and that is his signature, these towers. So the Neve Tzedek Tower, again, that symbol of gentrification that we keep seeing over and over again in this tour.
So tell me a little bit about your tours, the tour guides that you have, and the different, streets and cities that you guys are exploring.
We began only in Tel Aviv, only in Florentine. We moved to Kiryat HaMelacha. We have tours in Jaffa today. We have, of course, gallery tours in every city. We have in Haifa. We have in Jerusalem. And now, completely new, in Berlin, Germany. All of Alternative Tel Aviv's guides are professional tour guides and art historians. I think that is one that differentiates us from others practicing this field.
So this one is obviously Alice in Wonderland, and she's holding a spray can that says "Spray Me." He takes naive stories, childish stories, and puts a little twist to them in every single one of his works. It's like exploded with street art, this whole street.
Today, it's very elaborate, and it's already a global art movement, probably the most popular art movement around the world.
He's always drawing these Lego mans. These are his signature. He says that when he was younger, he didn't have a TV growing up, so this is what he always played with Legos. So that's his signature. This is the color that's coming out of the spray paint. So maybe graffiti is destroying the universe, or maybe it's just another commentary on the environment.
In a place like South Tel Aviv, it's all around you. And some of the pieces might speak to you personally, and you get connected, and you follow certain artists, and you go on a tour, and then you know more, and then you can differentiate between graffiti, other types of art in the streets, different artists and groups working in this field, and you have like a new hobby or new knowledge, and it helps you tour the world in a more deep way.
This is the wall of Synagogue, actually. The entrance is from that way, so this is a synagogue. And this wall, before this mural was on here, kept getting graffitied over and over, and the synagogue would get mad and keep calling them up to buff it over and to clean up the wall. Every time they cleaned it up, they would put more graffiti on it. So finally they said, okay, if there's gonna be some paintings on here, it might as well be ours, and they commissioned this piece. I guess we have to have graffiti on our wall. Let's keep going.
What about the street artists themselves? How do they feel about, you know, these types of organized tours? Because like you said before, the artists feel like they have the freedom and the ability to paint and say whatever they want, and now we're making tours out of it. Are they cooperative?
I can understand artists disapproving of guided tours. When I came this morning to meet you guys, I saw 5 groups, and it's kind of, you know, it's beginning to, Florentin is becoming a tourist destination, and a lot of tours, and of course it kind of takes the magic out of it, but it is still important for us to talk with people about this. And some people, art history, it's not their education, and they do want to talk to a professional guide and an art historian about the history of street art.
So if you're still making your must-visit list for your next trip to Israel, you should definitely get in contact with the Alternative Tel Aviv team. They have tours in a bunch of different cities in the country, all in English, and the tour guides are the absolute best. That's unfortunately all the time we have left of today's episode. I wanted to thank all our guests for coming in today, and of course for all you viewers out there, make sure to check us out on our ILTV YouTube page under Israel in Style if you missed any shows. Have a fabulous and stylish week, everyone.